Hey everybody, Pandi here of Pandi's Hair Candy and more, as well as the Simply Pandi Show. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. If we are already chat family, welcome back. You already know that I am super excited to see you here. And thank you all for taking a moment to come on over and kick it with your girl. Today, I am going to be bringing you a little bit of trending recaps with Pandi. In this type of live stream, we'll just be chopping it up, chitting and chatting about various things that we have seen transpiring throughout the previous week, either here on social media as well as in our local news media outlets. So go ahead and grab yourself a snack or two or three and your favorite beverage and get comfortable, and feel free to join in and chime in the conversation. I do always appreciate and enjoy your feedback. Also, if you didn't remember to do so on your way coming in, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button for me. That way the content is shared and distributed on this platform. And if you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and double tap that notification bell so that you are notified each and every time that new content is added to the channel. Also, if you have the ability to do so, sharing is definitely caring. Make sure you share the video out. Shout out to the replay gang. Share this video out with a cousin, sister, mama, auntie, friend, co-worker, so that more people are aware of the channel. I am trying to grow the channel, guys, and I would love it if you could support in that fashion. So once again, I want to take a moment to thank you for clicking on this video. Again, this is going to be an open chat. We're going to just be discussing some things that have been going on in the trending headlines and the viral news stories and all that in between. So again, without further ado, go ahead and get yourself situated and we will begin the live stream momentarily. Welcome, 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 and I so appreciate you being here. Peace. Hello everybody, Pandi here of Pandi's Hair Candy and more. Today is day 30 of the July challenge and I have a special guest coming on with me today, none other than BG.
How you doing?
Of Cash Junkies. So we want to take a moment to welcome him. He is going to be on today talking with us all about financial fitness. So welcome, BG.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. And you?
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. I appreciate it. I love what you're doing over on your channel. And since I'm doing this 30-day live stream challenge, I thought this would be a great topic to come on and talk to the people about.
Right.
All right. So today I am going to ask you just a few questions about your channel, what it is you're doing over there, and then, of course, allow some time for you to elaborate and give us more information. That's what we're here for.
Okay.
So do you have any questions for me before I get started?
No, I'm just thankful that you have me up here.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So without further ado, y'all know I was having some technical difficulties, so I apologize for being late. Thank you guys for sharing us out, and thank you. The world is mine for the super chat. I appreciate you. And thank you, Edward Smart, for sharing out the stream. Thank you guys for being here. All right. So, again, let's jump right into these questions that I have for you. The very first question that I want to ask you is, can you tell us a little bit about who BG is? Because I know you went from East Media with BG to now Cash Flow Junkies. Can you tell us a little bit about that change?
Oh, the change came about. East Media with BG. I was doing food reviews and sneaker reviews, but I want to gear more on the financial side because there are a lot of people where I come from. They don't really understand and they don't have the temperament to stick with saving, investing because they think it's all a hoax and they don't believe in it. So by changing my name, it's still BG. That's my name forever. But I add Cash Flow Junkies, meaning a person who loves to make money, different streams of income, and just things of that nature.
All right, that makes sense. I get it. I get it. And then, how long have you been doing the cash flow thing, the financial fitness, financial literacy thing? Has that been an ongoing thing, or is that something new to you?
Well, I've been investing a little bit over about 17 years to be exact. So it's been a while since I've been into the financial literacy thing and saving, investing, and just learn about different ways to make money, whether it be stocks, crypto, mutual funds, or bonds, things like that. So it's been a while.
Okay, wow, 17 years?
Yes.
Wow. So it is important for us to note and give a disclaimer. You are not a financial advisor, right?
Right.
Okay. Tell us the difference between someone who's been doing this successfully for 17 years versus a financial advisor.
Well, a financial advisor, you have different kinds of financial advisors. You have ones that work for institutions. Some do their private thing. But the main thing of it all is, you get people that get ETFs, their exchange traded funds, which are mirrored to S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and the Dow. They mirror those stocks. And they throw all into a fund and they sell it to you. They buy it for a low rate because they buy the dip that we can't buy. It's behind the scenes dip, and they make these funds and then they sell it to us for a gain profit. So that's what the difference is. The difference between a person like me is I'm a retail investor, meaning I buy my own stocks, I can buy my own ETFs, as well as I'm have accounts with Vanguard and Fidelity. So it's an array of ways that you can go about uh, differentiating being a financial advisor or a retail investor is different ways because they both act the same, but they're different because they have different temperaments, they have different attitudes towards investing. What I mean by that is you get like 95% of retail investors, they think that there's an overnight sensation of you putting 2,000 into a brokerage account, and they think by next week, next month, it's supposed to be 8 to 10,000. Like if you know what you're doing in your season, you know that things take time. You have to win this race in the snail's pace, meaning you have to put money in every weekly, every monthly, by monthly, however you get it, but you have to put it in often, and it takes a while to have good gains and to see good profits. So the earlier you start this journey, the better off you are. When you start in your later years, you have to add more, and you really have to watch your spending, and you have to like get side hustles and side job, pick up an extra job to add to this. Like it's very important that we do this. It's like it's equivalent to having life insurance, investing in the stock market. So that tells
Okay.
you, yep.
So when you refer to yourself as a retail investor, I don't think I ever heard that term before.
That means I go through like Robinhood, Fidelity myself instead of working for Fidelity. I download their app and I add money to their brokerage account from my bank, and then I pick the stocks I want, and then I take it from there. That's what
Okay.
retail investors are. People like you and I that pick their own stocks and ETFs and bonds and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. All right. So for someone who is a beginner and it's later on in life and they're trying to get their feet wet,
Do you have any suggestions, or what direction would you point someone in? Or are you even able to do that?
That's a
You
great
can.
question. That's a great question. Yes, like I tell everyone, like I talk to people in their 50s and 60s a lot, whether it be work colleagues or people I met through YouTube. They always say it's too late. And I tell them it's never too late, because whether you invest or not, you're still going to get older. So you rather get older with extra funds than get older and not have those money in the right places when you need them in your later years. So like myself, I'm pushing 50 soon. So what I need to do, or people my age or above, you need to figure out your budget, what you have to work with, and what you would like to do is go buy a nice ETF, an exchange traded fund. See, you got these people on these whether it be social media like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. They throw different stocks out there, and it super confuse you because they can't tell you when to buy it. Because if they make a video, download it, that can take 45 minutes to an hour, and life changes within an hour. So you might find yourself buying the stock at its top, and there's nothing to gain from it. You're just sitting up there holding the bag in your hand. So the best thing to do is you buy ETF, whether you go through Vanguard, Fidelity, or Charles Schwab. Those are great companies, and they're all protected. So you don't have to worry about losing your money or waking up and they went bankrupt. If they went bankrupt, the whole world's over. So you buy a nice ETF, and then you put money in like every week or whenever you get it, but you make sure you put it in there, because the ETF is the safest and best route to go. There's no YouTubers on YouTube that can beat the ETF over a 10-year span of time. Warren Buffett tried this with one of the top hedge managers. He bet him $1 million. You can't beat this fund. And they failed in year 8, and they quit and called the bet off because they didn't want to lose $1 million. So the safest route to go is to buy ETF.
Okay. So y'all got that, an ETF. So if I was just someone completely blind and I said, hey, I got this $1,000, and I think I want to get into investing. What you're saying is I should try one of those reputable companies that have been around a long time, Charles Schwab, a couple of the others you named, and go in and speak with someone about an ETF?
Yes, basically you can talk to them over the phone. They won't really tell you what to buy unless you have like 50,000 or better. Then they will be like a fund manager. So once you get 50,000, you can hire a fund manager, and they handle everything for you. So the best thing to do with $1,000 is to go to like Vanguard. There's a stock called, they say VOO, but it's not VOO. It's the Roman numeral 500, which stands for 500, and that mirrors the S&P 500,
Okay.
the top 500 companies in America. And that's the best route to go. You put your money in there. See, once you put that first 1,000, you should make it a habit of putting, maybe, it don't matter if it's $10 a week. Add 10, 15, $20 a week, and just try to let your portfolio grow. And over time, you'll see it get growth, and you'll see the dividend kick in. A dividend is the profits that a company have that it give out to the investor, whether it be monthly, quarterly, or yearly. That's the dividend. So it's good to go to ETF with the first 1,000.
Okay. And then is there like a recommendation? Let's say somebody doesn't have 1,000, but they still want to get started.
If you want to get started, you download a place like Robinhood, and you can buy fractional shares. You can put $10, $20, $5 every week. $5 minimum, I believe. So yeah, you can start with $5, $10 a week with Robinhood.
With Robinhood. Okay.
Yep.
And then there was a question from Edward Smart for you.
Yes, there's something you can do. Like you can call your credit card company, and you can tell them about you let the credit card company know I'm about to aggressively start paying down on my debt. I see that my APR is say 24%. I would appreciate it if you would lower it maybe 5 to 9, 10%. And they're going to give you a little hassle at first, but then you tell them, because I would not like to take my business somewhere else and have my credit transferred to another card. And that's something they do not want, and they will drop your APR. That's the best and only thing that I see that you can do, because I've done it myself. Does that answer your question, Edward?
Oh, wow. Okay. That was good information. That was a great question, Edward. So my next question for you is, Can you summarize for us, like, what would you consider your content to be now? I know you changed the name. You said you want to focus more on educating the community as well as your viewers, on how to basically be financially fit with their funds. Is that like the bulk of your content? Is there anything in between? Is it just that? Like, what are we going to get? Because I do have your link pinned there for everyone.
Another great question. My content is basically geared on finances because, like I said earlier, people we come from, whether you're white, black, Hispanic, and you're dealing with poverty. When I mean poverty, I mean that you're not wealthy, you're not rich. You go on vacations and you have to worry about what you're buying, what kind of excursions you're going on, what kind of rental. Can I rent a yacht and all of that? People who can't afford those things, my channel talks to. So my channel is also geared on manipulating the mind of people finances because we have this thing to where, like I said earlier, we really don't care about later on. We do it right now. And we must also have to adapt the terms called delayed gratification, meaning I'll deal with the greater things later on in life. Everyone be like, I'll die tomorrow. You can't look at it like that. What about if you don't die and you're here 15, 20 years from now? So you have to really worry about later on. And in my channel, I try to manipulate people's minds on finances with my saving challenge. When I do the savings challenge, it's not really about saving. It's about getting people to invest in the stock market. And the way I put money into the bag every week, and those that mirror that, I want them to also mirror their brokerage account, invest in these ETFs, these single stocks or crypto every week. So I try to get people their mind to change from saving in the bag, because you don't get interest on the bag, and the bag doesn't grow just from what you put in there. But when you invest it into the stock market or crypto, it grows through growth and it grows through your dividends. So it's a triple win when you add it into a brokerage account.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now, since you touched on that, can you get a little bit more? Can you give us like a brief introduction into the cryptocurrency, that whole world? Because I know you're very familiar with it. For someone like myself, I kind of feel like I want to get involved, but I have no idea where to begin.
All right. Well, cryptocurrency is nothing more than computer programs. You have the greatest minds in the world, not just America, in the world, working on online banking. See, what it does is it cuts down transactions. Like if you have your own business, which you know of, and you work through SD, SD take 3% of your money to 5%, depending on what you're selling and how much. They get a big percentage of them just doing the transaction of buying and selling. When you deal with cryptocurrency, it cuts that cost down to about 80%, sometimes 90, depending on what cryptocurrency that you have. So it basically deals with no middleman. It's like it's a new form of currency. And there's a book that I'm reading right now. It's called The Bitcoin Standard, right? It's a great book. It goes back to the beginning of time where money was seashells, where it was large rocks, quarries of marble, where it was these different marbles and things like that. And it shows how man manipulated money to where they would counterfeit it, and then they would decrease the value in it, and then they would win because they would buy the things that they would buy your currency and then put a fake one in there, then yours is worth nothing, and then they gain. Like the one who makes the currency is the one who controls the manipulation of the world. Like our government in the United States, our government doesn't produce any gold, but they have the note that the gold's supposed to be behind. So they print the dollar. They have the power because they're able to print the dollar. That's why our government is trying to stop cryptocurrency, because that's something that they cannot control. They can't take over, mind it. The most they can do is try to sue each cryptocurrency and say that it's a security, meaning it can breach the United States, some of the United States codes. Like it's a big lawsuit going on with the SEC and Ripple, which is a great project that's going on. It's cheap. It's like 34 cents. It's very hard to buy right now because they're being sued. But this is something that might take the place of Ethereum, and it has the capability of taking over Bitcoin. So cryptocurrency is nothing more but computer programs and digital currency, if that answers your question.
Okay, wow. So when you see these advertisements, like for example on your Cash App, is that a part of that or is that something different?
Yes, people who find it hard to use these different places like brokerage places like Coinbase and Crypto.com and FX, the best place to buy is on Cash App. Buy $10 of Bitcoin every week. Don't worry about what CNBC saying. Don't worry about none of that stuff. It's on the news and you're reading papers and will come on your feed. Just buy $10. It's 2 cups of coffee a week that you're not buying, and you buy it and you just put it on. You put it on autopilot and you just forget about it. 8 years from now, you will truly thank yourself later, because there's nothing on earth that's equivalent to Bitcoin like it. You don't have to mine it manually. It's done by software that you mine it. And you don't have to pay a bunch of people to do it. It's one of the best things in the world that you can have at this point in life. So it's like the playing field is being even for us, and I don't want our people to miss out on this new thing that's happening. And Bitcoin is it.
Absolutely. It definitely appears that way. And it seems like when you look at people like me or people in my neighborhood versus people that are already wealthy and the way they raise their children, it's like it starts from there. It's like they're instilling already in their children. It's the different values. So I feel like now we're playing catch up. And so when we can come across channels like yours that are out here giving us these gems and this educational information, I think we all really need to try to get on board and support and try to get involved. Because otherwise, I mean, look at what we just went through with the gas prices.
Yes.
I mean, all these situations. So my next question for you is, do you have a set schedule that you follow on your channel, or do you like follow trends as far as the content that you put out?
Honestly, no. I do a video whenever I get time. Like I'm so busy reading, watching CNBC, Bloomberg. I read the Wall Street Journal every day and reading books. I have no time for really YouTube. But when I find something where I'm inspired or motivated, I would do something like the money bag challenge I did. I was just inspired for people to save money and to get into the stock market. So it was just inspiring to do that, and it was fun. And a lot of the times, like the end of the challenge, I forgot that I had the money in there. I was like, oh man, I got a bag full of money somewhere, because it went like 3 months. I didn't do the challenge, so I had to put a total of like $1,700 in it, and it was just fun. It was a fun thing to do. And by the way, I took that money from the challenge and I bought like 4 shares of Tesla, because Tesla's soon to do a 3-to-1 split, and I believe that Tesla's going to hit $3,000 a share within the next 3 years, and it will go to 10 to 13,000. And Elon Musk will be the first trillionaire on the planet Earth. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That challenge was fun. I need to do it again.
I'm gonna start another one up, but it's not gonna be like that one. That one got a little tough at the end, because you got to put more and more money. But I think I want to try $25 a week, and I want to put it into these different stocks, maybe 4 stocks that I feel is great for the people to have, and that have gains over 4 to 6 years. Because I'm not into the quick thing like the day trading and the options. Like, you have to have the great personality for different types of trading. You have day trading, you have swing trading, you have long-term investment, and you have the calls and puts, the options, and you have to have a great personality. You can't deal with no mental issues or have anxiety, because it'll push you over the edge. It's really intense, and it's life-changing when you're doing that. When they say people lose their money, you can lose all your money trying options and day trading. You can lose everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, I do. I do it sometimes. Like, yeah, I do it. But I deal with my personality don't allow me to deal with day trading or swing trading overnight. I can do a long-term swing trade. Because if I did that, I'd be up all night looking for the news, because fundamentals and the analysis are 2 things that deal with the stock market when you're doing like the short-term stuff. You have to look for news, good things, bad things. You have to watch these charts, technical charts, and you can find yourself watching these charts for 18 to 20 hours per day, because you can lose it all. You can put 10,000 in at 8 o'clock in the morning. By 10 o'clock, you will have about $200 to $300, if that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So I think I pretty much got all of my questions answered. Now, when do you think you're going to be starting that next challenge?
Maybe Monday, since we had this being on this channel and having this interview. It was kind of inspiring. It was inspiring. It was inspiring. So I think I'll start this challenge Monday, and take it from there.
Okay, and the information can be found on your channel.
Yes.
All right. Well, do you have any other information that you want to give the audience before we take it, bring it to a close? Or are you open to taking questions from the audience?
I want to make one statement or talk about what you said before the question, how you said about people in your neighborhood and yourself,
Yes.
how we get into this thing late. So the thing we must do is if we have children or grandchildren, and if we have credit cards, we must add their name to be additional users on our credit cards, and that instantly give them our credit. So if your credit's a 780, if you have a 10-year-old grandkid or kid, they instantly have a credit score of 780. So when they turn 18, they get their own card, they're established with credit. But we must also get an ETF or a low index mutual fund and put money in the kid's name, whether it's $10 a week. If if you have a kid that's just born and the kid's 2 years old, you can do it through an account. You put it in and you invest $5, $10 every week. By the time they turn 18, they have a nice head start. And while you're investing the money, you teach them the same thing and let it be habitual for them. And then they pretty much have an easier route than we had, Because it's hard
Yeah.
because I don't know about no one else, but my parents didn't have the tools or understanding or the financial literacy to get me on the road to financial freedom. And I got in 20 years too late, but better late than never. I'm super hyper adding money in. I got a nice crypto thing going. I'm down about 35,000 in crypto, but I know when that come back up, I'm gonna seem like a genius. But crypto is the way to go. I have about 20 different cryptos I'm invested in. I'm gonna share that on the channel also, and my single stocks I can share that, and my ETFs I can share those also if people want to know. And one thing before we can take questions. I was told that people that watch Stevie Wonder and people that read books know why. So we have to read more. We have to read these books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, The Richest Man in Babylon. We really have to read these books and apply them to our lives and to make things much easier.
Okay, that makes sense. And
Yes.
and since you said that, I was going to ask, what made you what prompted you to even get involved in investing? You said 17 years.
Great question. Now, I'm a person that comes from the inner city, and
Hmm.
we indulge in different things in life, whether it's good or bad. At one point in my life, I was a person who had 7 digits, and I went away on a barcation, and I came home to nothing, and I grinded from the bottom, and I had to ask myself, how can a person go from having this type of wealth to nothing? So I just looked on. I didn't have no mentor, and I just start asking questions. I go to the library and find things out. I go to Barnes and Noble and talk to people. Can you just put me in the money direction? Then I start getting on YouTube and I start asking questions. Quickest way to be rich. Then I found out about Warren Buffett. Then guys like Ray Dalio and Peter Sage. These people were like motivators and dealt with wealth. So once I found these people, I found out what they did and how they did it. So it was like a reinventing of myself, learning about the stock market because it's the best kept secret on earth. It's like the seventh wonder itself, the stock market. And the stock market gets so much bad. Like you hear the stock market is down 800 points. People lost so much money, but they don't tell you that it's going to correct itself and it's going to gain that 800 points and additional 400 over time. But you never really lose money in the stock market unless you sell. It's just a loss on paper until you sell it. Once you sell, you take a loss, but you have to stick in there for the long haul and long run. And if you're a person that's investing in the stock market and you're a person that want to have a business on the side or you have real estate, the ultimate goal is to never touch the money that's in the stock market. You leave that on, you pass that on for generational wealth with the property also, and hopefully the business also, if it lasts that long. So the goal is not to get this big amount of money and just say I'm gonna spend it. I made $2-3 million. You want to give some to charity, help those less fortunate. You want to teach those, but you also want to leave it for your family's legacy and make sure they have it easier than we had it. So I think that's one of the good things. And yeah, so yeah,
Wow.
that's what I think about investing in things like that. So like
All
something that's
right.
needed.
Well, that is an amazing testimony, BG. Trust and believe. I'm from the inner city too. Ain't nothing too hood for me. I ain't
Yeah,
seen. Okay.
yeah,
So that is a blessing though, that you sound like you was able to come out and basically become self-taught, stay in books, stay getting the information, and sustain for 17 years. That's
Yes,
amazing.
yes. And
That's amazing.
and one thing of caution for the listeners and viewers, we have to be careful of the people on YouTube. I hate to say it, but there's people that look like me and you. They're taking advantage of the common person. They're promising them this wealth and these riches through these courses, seminars, and lectures, and there's nothing overnight. And they're selling that notion that you're going to be rich. The wealth take a long time. Warren Buffett didn't have his first big large amounts of money till he was like in his 50s. And he started investing when he was like 14. But the new, like you hear everyone say there's a new wealth transformation happening. It's
Mhm.
happening. Our money is going to those that's trying to give us these false narratives and stuff that we can read ourselves and learn ourselves. They read these books and they sell it to you on YouTube. It's fair enough that they get the check from YouTube for the ads. That's cool and all of that. But I don't think that people should be paying for these seminars and lectures and all of that. Some of these things cost upward of 20 to 30,000 to attend. Take that 30,000, put it into an ETF over 20 years. That's about 120 grand. And you get these people that with their last 5,000 that have paid for a course, but after the course they have no funds to invest. The money that they paid for the course was what they could have invested or started a small business to add into it. But it's a shame what's going on out here. And you had conscious people on these platforms talking about life and advancement of the civilized man and black man and all of that. Now they're talking about NFTs and stocks, and it's a shame. And it hurts me to see people go for it because they're putting their last money on a unicorn, and unicorns don't exist. So I just want people to be careful. And I always tell people on my channel, beware of the charlatans out there, because while they're teaching you, the hand is in your back pocket, taking your wallet out. So guard your finances at all times. And
That's
there's
great
nothing, and,
advice.
and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being a life coach or financial coach. If you want one-on-one counseling, people time is worth that. But when you're selling these courses that you've read, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and you remix the book, now you're trying to sell it to me for 10, 15, 20,000, that's not right.
Right.
That's what I believe, and what I think that's the truth though. So I just want people to be careful what they're doing out there with dealing with stocks and NFTs and cryptocurrency, because there's a lot of scammers you see on. They come to your inbox all day on Instagram. They want to teach you to make 20,000 a day. It don't work like that. It doesn't
Right.
work. It doesn't work like that. That's like the uncle at the cookout. Give me 10,000, cuz, and I'm gonna start the barbershop up. And we're gonna make 50,000 a month. There's not that many haircuts in the world for you to make that a month. So we just have to be careful what we do with our finances. And that's crazy because people that's sincere about teaching, they get the bad shake, like, nah, this guy's a scammer also. Like I said from day one, I don't charge for knowledge. I don't charge for courses. I get a lot of people on the backside that DM me and I talk to them. I don't charge nothing. I just want people to excel, to get further and farther in life. So that's what it's really about. And it's a joy and it's a blessing to teach those to really get ahead and to learn finances and to learn about currency, where it come from, why was it invented. And it's a great journey that I think everyone should be on. And it's not the main journey. We should seek happiness, relationships, love. And we should just a simple walk in the park. Those are all wealth also. But we can't do those things without the financial part of it that would allow us to be at those places. Because all wealth do is buy freedom for you and let you eat good and sleep in a decent place. So that's my journey.
Wow, that's so true. And you do see all these channels popping up, and it's like, oh, okay, they kind of look like me. Maybe I can relate to them. But then you get over there and you get to listening, and it's always you got to drop some money at the end.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you even differentiate between who's real and who's fake?
I know how to do it. It's easy. Call Fidelity or Vanguard. Easiest way. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that sounds like the safest thing.
Yes.
Now, my one last thing, well, I'm going to save this for last because there was some questions that were popping up in the audience. Are you ready to take questions?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So I know Miss Key, y'all bear with me because I'm on this laptop. And if your question scrolled up, I might not be able to get it. So if you wouldn't mind putting it back in there for me, please. I'm trying to find it. I think she asked, who was the best place to invest with?
The best place to invest with. I have two that I deal with personally. I deal with Fidelity. They're great. Their platform is good, and their zero fees. And they also have the program. Once you get your money up to like 50,000, they do the fund management program to where you give them the money, they allocate the money for you, put it in the right places, geared to what you want to do with retirement. If you're seeking to buy a house, a car, they help you do those things. But I like Fidelity and I love Vanguard. Vanguard are where the top people, the richest people in the world hold their money, from Hillary Clinton. Um, Even Warren Buffett told his wife, when I pass away, put your money inside a Vanguard account and invest in the ETF. So I would go with Vanguard and Fidelity. And if you're starting off small and want to get your feet wet, start with Robinhood. And all of these sites also, they teach you about the stock market, the terminology, how to day trade, how to call option, how to invest, period. So you don't have to pay for a course. These places, they teach you. So you don't have to pay for a course. They have online learning within themselves.
Okay. So I hope that answers the question. And then I do have your YouTube link pinned up at the top. So if anyone in the chat is not subscribed, they can definitely subscribe. Are you on other forms of social media where people can follow you, or is it just YouTube?
I have Instagram, but it's a private Instagram. But I've just ignited another Instagram called cashflow_junkies. I haven't put the profile pic up yet, but that'll be up next week. And I'm gonna do like stocks you can pick, ETFs you can pick, crypto you can pick, um, just different small businesses, things that create and bring in cash flow. So that's why I name it Cash Flow Junkies. And I'm in the middle of I might do some merchandise, Cash Flow Junkies. But it's like I say, um, income minus I forget, bills or whatever equals cash flow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything that makes money at the end of the day, there's a profit of it. That's what I'm into. We all should
All
be into
right.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
I'm looking to see if there was any more questions.
And it was income minus expenses equals cash flow. There we go.
Exactly. Positive cash flow.
Positive cash flow.
So it looks like everyone was just complimenting the information that you have been sharing. And basically, you all, if you want more information, you can definitely check out his channel. He is always giving up this information. I'm going to try to stick with the next challenge
Yeah.
that you
You
put
did
up.
good. You and Diamond Diva Eats. You guys did good. You guys did good. And a couple other people, Labisha G. I haven't heard from her in a while on YouTube period, but did good, stuck in there. And try beats a fail. So it's good that you guys tried it, gave it a shot. But the next one, hopefully you can stick with it. Instead of saving the
Yeah.
money at home, you can put it into a fund, and that way you'll see gains and you'll feel better about it and become habitual. Really, TT, salute. Glad you stopped in. Um,
Oh,
another
the pinned comment's not there?
No, I don't have my comments. No, no,
Oh, I see the pinned comment.
you can't. But I'm on my phone. I don't have my laptop with me.
Okay, no, I
I
was
didn't want to. I didn't
responding
want to press
to.
nothing and throw myself out. I did that in the live recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I do see the pinned comment there, Charlene, at the top on my end. So, any positive takeaways before we bring this to a close, BG?
Positive things is, like I say, protect your wealth. Rule one, watch your wealth. Rule two, watch your wealth. Don't let no one take it from you. Don't be swindled. And if it sounds too good to be true, it is. There's nothing that happens overnight besides that mega million that's out there, the $1 billion thing. And I don't even gamble, so I don't play that. So I don't even have hopes of getting that, but I don't even gamble. Like my personality is, it's very addictive. So if I start playing these numbers, the combinations, I'd be spending $200-300 a day in tickets. So I don't even deal with that. But only thing happening good overnight is lotto and inheritances. So just watch your finances and take your time. And stocks come down and they go up. Don't worry about if you missed hearing about Apple doing a 5-to-1 split. It'll split down the road later, and you'll catch that. So, and it's better to invest over time than just put one lump sum in. Try to do it every week or every month. Just don't put one lump in.
Okay, hold on, BG. I think I missed somebody's question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it, Charlene. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Looks like I missed her question.
What stocks are great for a child? Okay, for a child. I would say if you want to pick stocks over ETF, I would go with right now. I would go with Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, and I would definitely go with Amazon and Google because they just did like a 20-to-1 split. Those stocks were trading about 2,000, 3,000 per stock. Now that it's 20-to-1, you can get it for 100 to 150 bucks a piece, and they're gonna grow back up. They might not grow back to the 3,000 overnight, but at one point they'll triple and quadruple, and the dividend that you get over the time the kid grows and time goes on, it'll be something phenomenal for them to look forward to. Thank you for the comment.
All right.
But for me personally, I wouldn't choose a stock for a kid. I would use an ETF. For Fidelity, it's FZROX. It's Fidelity Zero Fund. It costs about 13 bucks a share right now, and it has a dividend. And it's perfect for anyone, old or young.
All right. That was good. Good question, Charlene. Very good question. And then now, BG, did I hear you say that you are open to answering questions like periodically?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Like
That's
you ever do it live and you want to chop it up, even if it's a spirit of the moment live, you can just hop on and talk about it because a lot of things happen in the news that a lot of us are unaware, don't fully know what they mean. So it's not. You can get up there and do like a 5-minute live real quick you know, and just let people know what's going on and we can learn from each other. Like you might catch a piece of news that I missed, and vice versa, or whoever's in the chat. Just hit us up and let's get on and let's start doing more group lives and talk about this financial thing and grow a community of wealth. Like we need to do this. Like we all bond over YouTube. That's cool and all that, but it has to be a purpose behind it. Purpose and
right.
passion is two different things. Passion is we do it because we like it, but purpose is for what? And we have to focus on our purpose.
Exactly. That makes so much sense.
And we must deal with patience. A lot of people say patience is a virtue. It's a virtue, but patience is also the ability to suffer without complaint. So we must really sit back sometime and be like, the market is down. Let me add a little bit to it while it's down, because when it go up, the money that went down plus the money I added, when it go up, it's going to be exponential and it's going to be through the roof. So like I said, we got to treat ourselves and not cheat ourselves.
Absolutely. Hold on. It looks like you got one more question. Good question, Charlene.
All right. The ticker for Google is GOOG, and Amazon, I think it's AMZ, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't have Amazon, but you can just go to Google and say what's the ticker for Amazon to tell you. I'm not invested in Amazon because Amazon, it went up real high, and they're going through things where you got Walmart trying to sell online now, Target starting it, and there's just a lot of competition coming for Amazon. And I think they're going to have a cool off session for a while. But for a kid, it's good to have these numbers right now. But for someone my age, I wouldn't invest in Amazon. I'm putting everything in the Tesla right now on the stock side, and I also have my ETFs. But the best thing for a kid to put in is FZROX. So Miss Charlene, if I was you, I would do the through Fidelity, or you can buy it through Robinhood, I believe. Get the Fidelity Zero Fund. The ticker symbol is FZROX. Or the company with dividends, I would go with FZROX. But Tesla's growth, they have no dividends. Apple have a small dividend, and Microsoft have a small dividend. So, but if you want a great one, is SPEC. The dividend is like 9%. So if you put 10,000 into a period, long period of time, the kid would make $1,000 per year with that fund. So if they kept it for 10 years, the 10,000 would turn into 20,000. It's
Wow.
FZROX. FZROX.
Z is in zebra.
Yes. Fidelity Zero Fund.
Okay, so FZ is in zebra.
That's why I got out my laptop where I can pull it up for you guys. So I'm working on that also. Yeah, SPEC. Yes, that's a very good. Yes.
Okay. All right, Charlene, getting that information. I know that's right. This has been very helpful, BG. I appreciate you again for coming on. This has been very informative. I'm sure this is going to help many of people. I'm sitting here taking notes too.
Yeah.
So thank you again for accepting my invitation. This has been a great way to close out the challenge. Like you said, we come on here all the time. We joke, we laugh, we giggle, we talk about, entertainers and all these wealthy people while we over here broke. So
Yeah.
this is the type of stuff we need to be talking about as well. So I really, really appreciate you coming on and sharing of your time today. Do you have any questions for me before you get out of here?
No, but I want to just thank you for giving me the opportunity. And I like what you're doing with your online business, and I see you're an entrepreneur, and you're definitely going the right direction. So I just hope that everything you do, it grows and blossoms to what you wanted to grow into.
Amen. I received that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you all for being here. If you guys did not remember, make sure you blow dry on that like button before you go. Also, share this video out. It can help somebody. So please, if you have the ability, share, share, share. And don't forget, if you're not connected, BG's channel link is pinned up above. So definitely want to connect with him and follow him. I have no complaints. I met him, a little over a year ago, and he's been solid, and I've been rocking with him ever since. And I'm going to tell you, I done seen some of them charlatans, and you can definitely separate the real from the fake, and he is definitely shown himself to be a real one. So y'all connect, connect, connect. Okay? Now, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring this one to a close. I apologize. We ran over a little bit, BG. I know I told you it wouldn't be that long.
No problem.
All right. Doesn't look like there's any other questions. This was great. I'm so happy my Wi-Fi and microphone didn't show out today. All right. Well, I am going to bring this one to a close, guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to the channel members. Thank you to the subscribers and the viewers. You guys are awesome. And thank you all for supporting the July Challenge. That was something deep for me. I mean, we got one more day in this month, but I'm happy and excited that I did it. And I'm really happy that we're closing it out with this financial literacy information. Because at the end of the day, that's where we need to be going, is up and getting our cash flow into a positive state.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right, y'all. Well, without further ado, I am going to bring this to a close. You all be blessed. Stay safe out there. Stay encouraged. I never can find the button to close this out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rambling while I'm looking for it. But y'all, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. Thank you. Everyone have a great day, weekend. Be safe out there. Peace.
All right. Bye, BG.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. That was such an awesome interview, and I'm so glad that he was able to come and make it and share his knowledge. 17 years. I didn't even realize that he had been doing it that long, but I'm glad he was able to accept my invitation and we were able to do this live stream. I want to thank you guys so very much for being here on today. And thank you all who have been participating in the challenge with me. I really appreciate the support. I feel like everybody is growing, not just in our numbers here on YouTube, but definitely just as a person with the information that comes out. Stuff like this, stuff that is, can be applied to our everyday lives. This has been great. This has been amazing. It's definitely built up my confidence, and it's definitely motivated me to want to come on more and share more real life information that will help us get to the next level. So thank you guys all so very much. I am Pandi of Pandi's Hair Candy and More. You all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And until next time, I will see you.
Thank you so much for coming through and kicking it with your girl. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I hope you were thoroughly entertained. And if you didn't remember to do so on your way coming in, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? It is free 99 after all. It doesn't cost you anything. And don't forget to share me with a friend, family member, or on your other social media platforms. Let's help each other grow. Once again, I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair, Candy, and More. Thank you so much for taking a moment to come on over and kick it with your girl. Until next time, you all stay safe out there, stay encouraged, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.